who's an Astoria native, the first Greek American elected to New York State, our Deputy Majority Leader of the State Senate, and space enthusiast, Senator Michael Gianaris. Give him a big round of applause. And as our kids learn to shoot for the moon and truly learn about not just the galaxies, but the world around them here at the Variety Boys and Girls Club, we have NASA here, represented by Amy Kaminsky. So let's be excited about NASA. And we have Walter Sanchez, our board president, Steve Zimmerman, who helped get this idea off the ground. Many, many years ago, Dave Pentecost was our Planetarium consultant, as he and his wife Lynn have made this happen before in the Girls Club in the Lower East Side. So they know what it takes to build a planetarium. When you're doing something, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. So first, let me start off by saying thank you, Senator Michael Gianaris. This $1 million allocation is going to go a long way in making this building right here a reality. You're taking that leap of faith to ensure that the next generation of our young people, all standing behind you, and those not standing behind you just yet, that aren't even born yet, will have the opportunity to learn about science in the 21st century. And as they think about the stars and the world around them here in Astoria, it'll be thanks to you that this happens. So thank you for that. Just a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club. We provide free after-school programming to 4,000 young people every single year. We have been here in the community since 1955. For 67 years, if a child needs after school, if they need something here in the community, that's what we're here for. That's what we do every single day. But we need to be able to serve more young people. As much as beautiful and amazing our staff is, and our staff's all here, they can only do so much with a building that has been around since 1955. And frankly, a boiler that's been around since 1955. We need a place, there are 8,000 young people below the poverty line here in Western Queens. So many more need services every single day, and that number's growing every day. We can't meet that demand unless we grow. And with this new building, our kids, and many of them will be in this planetarium and see all the great work that you've helped us provide, Mike. This planetarium will be a shining light to every child that you can shoot for the moon here at Variety. And as the senator keeps saying, and I love this saying, reach for the stars. So again, thank you to our state senator, Michael Gianaris, and I'll bring him up to celebrate this gift. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. What an exciting day for Queens. Not just Western Queens, because this will be Queens' first planetarium, yes, anywhere in Queens. And we do have the Variety Boys and Girls Club to thank for it. Walter Sanchez, Steve Zimmerman, who had the vision to move forward not just on the planetarium, but on this entire building that you see here in this rendering. Dave Pentecost and Lynn, thank you. We had a nice chat while we were waiting to start the program today. And it is going to be something else that is going to attract people from all over Queens to come here. We say Queens is the world's borough, and now once this project is done, we could say it is the universe's borough, because you can see the universe from this planetarium. The other thing I would say, as Costa mentioned, we love to tell our kids to reach for the stars. But you can't reach for the stars if you can't see the stars. And in New York City, we have so much ambient light, you don't really get that show every night of looking up into the sky. But you can get it here at Variety once this planetarium is built. And that'll open minds. It will give our kids such great opportunities to learn and see things in a way that they have never thought of before. And I dare say maybe we have some future NASA employees behind us, maybe some future astronauts even, because of the inspiration that this planetarium is going to provide them. So, and a word about Costa, he said, it's a leap of faith to support this project. It's not a leap of faith when I know that Costa Constantinis is here running the show and making sure everything's getting done properly and responsibly. Him and his team are people we have known for a long time and have a lot of faith in this community. So Costa, thank you for your great work. And our friends from NASA. It's exciting for us to have people from NASA come all the way here to join us and support this important project. So Amy, thanks so much. I don't know if you know this, Pastor, but Amy's colleague is Margaret Chin's cousin. So
oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
City Council connection here as well. So they care a great deal about furthering interest in astronomy and what's taking place in the skies. And again, when you're in a big city like this, the best way to do it is through a planetarium. That's what we're going to build right here. It's going to become a destination. It's going to become a landmark in Western Queens. And I'm so proud to do my part in making it happen. So thank you all very, very much.
So next up, I want to bring up, as our state senator just talked about, a good friend now from NASA who's going to be able to talk a little bit about that, what it means and what it takes to reach for the stars and shoot for the moon, in real life. And then how, and this connection right here in Western Queens. We're so grateful that you're here and to have you here to be part of it. Amy Kaminsky, if you could come up and say a few words.
Thank you so much, Costa and Senator. And kids, I'm sorry I'm talking with my back to you, but this is really targeted to you, for sure. It's really an honor to be here with you all on this occasion to celebrate the opening, or the close to opening of this amazing facility. This community is truly in for a treat very soon, because planetariums are really incredible and inspirational places. Even though the bright lights of New York City, of course, do make it difficult to view the night sky, as the Senator mentioned, excuse me, a planetarium really opens the wonders of space, the planets, the stars, galaxies, and really the entire universe to everyone and anyone who will be entering its doors. And in doing so, planetariums open minds to imagine, to learn, and to ask questions. How did the universe and everything in it form? What is our place in it? And that question that perhaps intrigues humanity most of all, are we alone in this universe? Most importantly, though, planetariums get our youngest members of society dreaming about how they can be part of the adventure of space exploration, whether as scientists, engineers, or even astronauts. Classrooms and textbooks are certainly important components of STEM education, but there is really nothing like sitting under a star-filled dome to make you feel like you were part of that experience. My own journey to NASA was in part enabled by, because of my middle school experience. I had a planetarium in my middle school. I had a teacher who was passionate about space exploration. And I found that watching star shows and other science shows in my planetarium excuse me, fueled my excitement and interest in astronomy and got me on a path towards studying Earth and planetary science at college and then eventually working at NASA. And that experience really made me feel like I belonged in the space community and built my confidence that I would succeed. And I think that what's really wonderful, no matter what your background, no matter where you come from, spending time in a planetarium is truly a ticket to building your curiosity and your knowledge, and these are really keys to the success in the STEM field. The fact that the Queens community will now have this planetarium is important for all of these reasons, and I must say it's also extremely important to NASA. Because right now, NASA is working to send humans to the moon and ultimately to Mars. Excuse me. We developed powerful new space telescopes, like the Webb Space Telescope we just talked about recently, that is returning stunning images of the world around us, the universe around us. And I hope, kids, any of you seen the Webb images? No? Okay, hopefully we'll get some images to you soon. We're studying changes right here on our own planet with spacecraft that we've developed and are operating that measure sea level rise, carbon dioxide levels in our atmosphere, and how land use on Earth is changing. We're investing in research that will lead to more environmentally friendly aircraft and quieter aircraft. We're also developing technologies for space flight, things like medical equipment and fire suppression materials that will also bring and do bring benefits to people here on Earth each and every day. In order for us to keep up this work in the decades to come, we will need a new generation of scientists, engineers, and space explorers, and I have no doubt that this planetarium has the potential to cultivate the talent NASA will be seeking, as we see right here, the potential right in this room. The last thing I want to mention is this, to the students in the audience, in here. While we at NASA hope you will study hard, of course, and visit the planetarium, that's the very reason for being here, I want to invite you to get involved with NASA right now, because you don't have to wait until you're an adult to be part of NASA. We have a lot of different education opportunities, internships, fellowships, and prize competitions that we run. And one of the ones that I was just talking to the senator about before we got started is called the Tech Rise Challenge. It's open through October 24th. It's open to middle school teams and high school teams, so you can get your friends together and you can design an experiment that can be flown on a high altitude balloon. That's a balloon that flies not to space, but to in the atmosphere well above where commercial airlines fly. So pretty high, many, many miles up. And NASA is going to be selecting 60 winning teams and providing funding for the teams to build those experiments and then ultimately to fly them on those balloons within a few years. So if you're interested in that, I did bring some materials with me and some other goodies that I'll pass out right after this, and you'll be able to figure out, learn how you can participate. The packets that I brought with me also include a special graphic novel called First Woman. And this shares the journey of a young girl. Her name is Callie Rodriguez, and she becomes the first woman on the moon. And even though she is a fictional character, I do hope that her story, like this planetarium, will inspire you and perhaps be your story one day. Thank you.
That's unbelievably exciting. And Mr. Jarvis, who's right there with Cornelia on his shoulder, is definitely to connect with you after. That's our mascot for the Boys and Girls Club right there, Cornelia. So Cornelia, we'll definitely connect with you on that possibility. We'd love to be involved. Next up, I want to bring our board president, who with Steve Zimmerman more than a decade ago, took that step forward to say we want to see what more we could do, how we could better serve our young people. And from that beginning meeting came this great idea. So I'll bring up Walter Sanchez, our board president.
And Amy, one of the most important ingredients for this club is that you never know what you're going to get when you walk in. And we want to give that experience to the kids. And that has really driven us this whole time. You might get your bearded dragon. So you walk in and you see the bearded dragon. I mean, it's terrific. You come in, you see somebody from NASA. You come in and you'll see an NBA champion. When Eric Barkley walked in and Ron Artest, is here one day. Another day, there's a congressional hearing in the back room. You never know what you're going to expect. So when people said to us, when we went to the girls go to the Lower East Side, and we saw the planetarium, it just blew us away. And came back to the meeting of how we're going to design this thing, and they said, Walter, Steve, you guys are crazy. They have virtual reality goggles, and that's just like the planetarium. You don't need the planetarium. Yeah, but the planetarium is that experience. I'm glad you said that because it's so different. You walk in, you're under the stars, and it's this big, beautiful, gigantic thing. So thank you for saying that because it reminded me that, you see something different every time you walk into this place, and we want to keep that alive. So Costa and staff, keeping it alive. Senator, thank you very, very much for the $1 million. It will be well worth it, trust me. Amy, thanks for coming.
Our last speaker, but certainly probably one of our more important speakers, is one of our young people that we serve every day, who's here to speak on the community. Cameron Aniki, one of our 8th grade participants. Cameron!
Go ahead, sorry about it.
Good afternoon. My name is Cameron Aniki, and I am in the 8th grade, and I have been coming to this club for many years. On behalf of our members of the Variety Boys and Girls Club, of Queens and the STEM Club, I would like to say thank you so much, and I want to give a generous thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. We are so excited to open new doors for all of us. our entire variety community. We would also like to say thank you to our amazing instructors who work every day to make this world a different place and a better place, and to help us with STEM and many other things that we need. Thank you. Just thank you so much.
No, Cameron, thank you for every day, having that smile on your face. You change our lives the same way we help change your lives. I hope you guys all know that. Every day you put on a smile on our face the same way we try to put a smile on yours. Because being able to serve you gives us joy, and you teach us every single day. We're not only the instructors, we're the students too. Like, we get to learn from you guys every single day. That's what it's all about. So again, thank you to Senator Michael Gianaris. Let's have a big thank you. Thanks, Mike.